Hello everyone, it's your lovely Abbie Dagrin and welcome back to my YouTube channel, lovelies. Today I'll be continuing the natal chart analysis on my channel, natal chart explanation, and today I'll be doing one on Bruce Willis. I will be explaining his placements and how it has led to a lot of his success, how it's led to a lot of his career and the personality he has. So please stay tuned for the rest of my video, lovelies. If you have not yet become a part of the Abbie Dagrin family, then this is your calling to do so. Please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload videos on the daily. Also hit that like button because I know you guys will love this video. Also share this with all your friends, your family members, your enemies, or anyone in general who you know who would really appreciate this content, who's a great fan of Bruce Willis as well and love natal charts. Bruce Willis was born on March 19th, 1955, so this qualifies him to be a Pisces. And with this placement, he tends to be very intuitive. He tends to be very dreamy and artistic and also expresses himself his best through creative endeavors. So this is very important to note because he is an actor. And Pisces tend to go into the creative genres or creative occupations like being an actor, actress, or singer. So the fact that he went into being an actor really explains a lot about him. He tends to be very intuitive, and that's very good because it'll show him the right opportunities and the wrong opportunities for him to have. Being very dreamy is great because you get to discover new things and do new things you want to do, and being artistic really brings a lot of life into his roles and the roles that he plays in different movies. Next up is his moon in Aquarius, and having a moon in Aquarius, Capricorn, or in Scorpio can be very difficult. And with this in mind, with this placement, he is very unique. He's very entertaining, very independent, enough to forge his own way in life. And this is very great because Aquarius brings unique energy. They bring entertaining energy. It brings independent energy. However, with this placement, it can be hard for someone with this placement to show their emotions. At times, sometimes they don't even have emotions. They have a feeling like maybe I should be sad, maybe I should be upset, but they're mostly calm in regards to showing their emotions, or they just don't cry or do things like other signs are able to explain their emotions. More than likely they're not. Next up is his Mercury in Pisces, and with this placement, it's great that he has his Sun and Mercury in the same sign because you're a lot more bolder than with what you have to say, and you kind of have a connection with how you're feeling because both of the placements are in the same sign. And with this placement, even though Mercury is debilitated or in detriment in Pisces, it's very great to have it because you're able to get the mood of a situation. And sometimes this could be good or bad because sometimes you do need intuition in order to figure stuff out, but sometimes you do need the facts as well. So having this placement is very beneficial to him because he's able to channel his divine. He's able to be musically in tune. He's great at feeling the room, and at times he can harness his emotions, but he is great at videos, art, being abstract, and that's something that is great for the occupation that he has gone into. Next up is his Venus in Aquarius, and with this placement, he is prone to show his intellect, to show off to his significant other, or if he wants to get with someone. So having a friendship is something that's important with a Venus in Aquarius. Having the same goals in life, having freedom, and having individuality is important because without the freedom, someone with this placement will not be able to be in a relationship because they don't really want to like be held down. Like they want to be able to do whatever they like in a relationship, but in a respectful manner, like not being unfaithful, but like just having freedom. They want to go out. They want to spend time with people. They don't always want to be like at home and just being with their significant other. They want freedom. They want to be their own individual. They don't lose that when they get into a relationship, and they love the excitement of relationships as well. So that's something that he more than likely would like to have in a relationship. Next up is his Mars in Taurus, and because of this, he is a very patient person in regards to fulfilling his goals. So patience is something that he really cares about and he really loves. That's associated with the Taurus placement. They do have a lot of patience. They're very determined as well to make sure that they accomplish their goals. And having that determination will help them even when things may not look promising. Their determination really helps. They are very enduring, and when it comes to building stability, they will make sure that they have the endurance, the determination, and the patience needed to accomplish that goal. So this is something that is very great because this has helped him become who he is, because even though at times it may be hard to look at things and look at situations that have not come into the existence that you would want it to, having this placement will give you the assurance and confidence to know that things will work out for you. Just, you just have to have a little bit of patience. Next up is his Jupiter in Cancer, and with this placement, he is very instinctive and he has the ability to attract luck and good fortune. So because it's Cancer, it's a water sign. Intuition is something that rules water signs, and it being a Cancer, it's no exception. Even though it's in the Jupiter placement, being able to gain wealth and attract luck and fortune is through them being very instinctive. They have a lot of devotion to what they're doing, so if they see something, they're going to be devoted to that and make sure they work as hard as they need to in order to accomplish this goal. And their devotion to a certain topic or to a certain career is always going to be there. They're also receptive, so listening to advice and getting to learn more about their occupation is something that they're always open to. Next up is his Saturn and Scorpio, and with this placement, it's one of the most powerful of zodiac signs because they can be very secretive, and it's great because he has both water placements in his Jupiter and Saturn, so that's very nice. At times, he can be very on edge in regards to showing his emotional energies, and this can be due to the fear of something happening to him because his energy has been released, his emotional energy has been released. So that's why it's important for him to know that it's okay to at least show emotions where it needs to be shown, and at times when you need to be secretive, it's okay to be secretive. Just know when it's the best time to be secretive and when it's the best time to show how you feel, show your emotions, because sometimes people may not know how you feel about a certain situation until you tell them, and just be honest about it. Next up is his Uranus in Cancer. So because of this, he may react stronger to things than others do because he has a constant need for reassurance at times. So when things happen, reacting to something that other people may see as small, he may see as a bigger situation, and he may react to it. And while other people will be like, like he has no right to react that way, he will. And this comes from him wanting to have reassurance all the time. And he wants to care for people, but at times it can be at the expense of his happiness. So he feels an inner conflict because at one section, Cancer, they're nurturing, they're like the mothers of the zodiac. However, at times this can not make them happy. They can sacrifice their happiness to make others happy. So that's something that he will need to work on and improve on. Next up is his Neptune and Libra. And with this, his main goal is to eliminate confusion and come up with a viable answer that suits everyone. So having this placement, he wants to make sure that everyone is on the same page, everyone is able to have an answer that suits them and makes them happy, and make sure that everyone has a common ground. So it's very balanced, and that's Libra energy right there in the Neptune section. He loves to experiment different things, and he may have a different approach to relationships. So living together is something that he may like. Open relationships or open marriages is something that he may like. He loves to do things that are not common among previous generations, so that's what makes this placement unique, and that's what makes him unique as well. Next up is his Pluto and Leo, and this is because he was born between 1939 and 1957, so this makes him a baby boomer. And with this placement, he needs to be noticed and appreciated to shine. And he has individualism and a creative expression. At times, he can be very proud, very glamour-seeking, and very demonstrative. And at times, he may have national pride, big business, and do things that are very interesting. Also, having this placement, it reveals any kind of challenge thrown his way, as they love to show off the ability to overcome adversity. So at times he may have a lot of things coming his way that are negative. However, he loves that. He sees that as a challenge, because he's like, you know what? I can overcome anything if I'm able to have the confidence and know that I can do it. Up next is his North Node in Capricorn, and with this placement, he's going to need to attribute these attributes in order to uncover his hidden gifts and talents. So he's going to need self-control, approaching life from an adult position, having self-respect, staying goal-oriented, sensible approach to problem solving, keeping commitments and promises, letting go of the past, self-care, accepting responsibility for success, being self-sufficient, thanking others for their willingness to help, but at times he will need to help himself. But if he does need help, it's great for him to ask. Identify with the Father within. Use his wisdom to create the life that he knows he can have. Create goals for himself and execute them, and commit to his visions. So this is his mission that he needs to accomplish in this life with this placement. Next up is his Chiron in Aquarius. With this, he may have the wound of feeling uncomfortable in large groups or in large situations, and he may not have the best social skills, and he may see the differences of others. However, what he'll need to do is be able to speak his truth, know that everything will be okay, and learn how to interact with people a little more, even though it's hard. And know that even though he may be different in some ways, at times he will need to know that he is okay and that it's okay for him to be different. But getting to know people and having social skills will be very beneficial to him, because not only will he be able to help other people, but others will be able to help him as well. So having this placement can be hard. However, speaking his truth and knowing his worth will be very important. Next up is Ascendant/Rising in Virgo, and with this placement, he tends to be reserved and shy in new settings. He can appear detached or critical and sensitive to bodily discomfort. He may be a picky eater, and he may be good at pinpointing details. He can be overly worrisome at times, and he may be attracted to those who need help. He dislikes public displays of affection, and he's very dependable. He's very logical. He's very helpful, very neat, very precise, very practical, very organized. And this is something that comes with this placement or this rising. So that's the appearance that people will get from him. They feel these attributes and they'll be like, oh, okay, he may be a person who I feel comfortable being around. Last but not least is his midheaven in Gemini, and with this placement, I did a video on Gemini midheavens if you want to watch in the midheaven playlist. But these people love to manage everything at once. You know, Gemini, they're mutable and they love to do different things. So that's something that comes with being a Gemini midheaven. He may be seen with two careers, or he may do a lot of different things at once. Creativity comes from their intuition and their understanding that everything constantly changes. So him being intuitive and creative really helps in his occupation as well. He's the type of person that thrives in a career that deals with mental stimulation or mental task. So he's also the type of person that will have more than one career or go into more than one thing in life. He doesn't like to just do one thing. He wants to explore everything around him. And this is a very great placement for him. That's all I have for you lovelies in regards to Bruce Willis Natal Chart. I hope that you learned a lot more about him. And I hope nothing but the best for him and his family. Please let me know how you felt about it. Did you get to learn more about him, get a better understanding of him? And also let me know down below anyone else you would love me to do a natal chart analysis on. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, that like button, and share this with everyone. Also, if you have not followed me on my social media accounts and this is your calling and time to do so, make sure you follow me on all of my other social media accounts, because I literally post so many different things on there, and all of the things that are posted on there are not posted on YouTube. So you're missing out on a lot if you are not on my social media accounts. I love you all. Please stay safe and healthy. Make sure you support my Etsy store and also my PayPal. I love you all. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, lovelies.